All right. Remember, we're only doing a few examples together, and then once we're finished, I'm going to give you guys some time to work on it on your own before we come back together to do our second link for today. So we're going to be solving linear equations, inequalities, and systems today. So for this first one, all right, if you read this, you have negative 7t minus 10t equals negative 17. What do you notice about the left side of the equation? Excellent, Hector. They're both t's. So if you have t and t here, what should I do with negative 7 and negative 10? Should combine them. So what is negative 7 and a negative 10 added together? Negative 17t. Nice. Now you probably can figure out what t needs to be to make this true. In Algebra 1, you were taught to do what step to undo that multiplication? Division. So it would be just 1. And that's it for the first one. Any questions on number 1? Remember, I try to start pretty straightforward and then get a little more challenging. All right, let's go to the second one. Number 2 says solve for v. Now in this one, what do you notice about the left side of that equation? It is a fraction. So you can do kind of one of two ways here. I'm not sure what your teachers taught you a couple years ago. What I would teach students to do is, do you see the negative 2 in the denominator? I would move that over to the other side with multiplication. That's what I would do. Some teachers might have you write this right side as a fraction, and then it would become a proportion. And to solve a proportion, you can multiply diagonally and set those cross products equal to each other. It wouldn't be a day without that word. So we're going to multiply both sides by negative 2. Just want to make sure we're all on the same page here. It's just a coincidence that this negative 2 happens to be the same as that, right? That won't always be the case. All right, so now we have v minus 5 on the left side. What's negative 2 times negative 2? Positive 4. And how do we get that minus 5 to the other side? Add it. Nice. Very good. So v equals a positive 9.
Which one are we multiplying?
Good call. Yeah. So because I'm multiplying here to cross this out, I'm trying to move this to the other side. So that's why I did that. So the idea is that negative 2 divided by negative 2 is 1. That's why I just copied down the v minus 5. Remember, you can also, if you'd rather do this, I don't know what makes more sense with your brain, Minerva, but you can write this as like that. And then you could do the cross products. So 1 times v minus 5 equals negative 2 times negative 2. And you'll notice that's exactly what we have here, right? If you do negative 2 times negative 2. So there's no wrong way to do it. All right, the third one, number 3. I put one in here because you'll notice, like in this one, number 3, they're going to have some decimals. So you have your calculator. So please make sure you're doing that using the calculator with these decimals. A couple of options here. First thing I notice is a little funky is it says minus a negative. So what I'm going to do first, before I do anything, is I'm going to change that to be what symbol? When you subtract a negative, you're actually doing addition. Is somebody blowing up? Uh-oh, looks like Dad. Okay, now you have options here. You can move the 20.43 over a subtraction first, or if you wanted to, you could distribute the 6 onto these 2 terms in the parentheses. Does anyone have like a way that they're passionate about doing right now? Okay, that's what I would do too. So let's move that over. So subtract 20.43. If you distribute it, it's fine. You get the same thing. So we have 6 times v minus 75.2. This one I think I can do mentally. 50.4. Thank you. They already left a voicemail and they called back? Well, that's intense. It's your birthday today? Oh my goodness, happy birthday. When we finish this, we'll sing to you, okay? Or not. It sounds like you don't want that. Okay. No, you don't have a choice. Okay. Now, at this point, Emmanuel, I think you already distributed. Do you guys want to distribute now? There's another way to do this. You don't have to. Or we can distribute that. That's fine. But what can I do with this 6? You can distribute it, or I think you can move it over with division. All right. I would probably actually do that. It'd be faster. All right, instead of distributing. But it's up to you. Again, no wrong moves here. You want to see the division? Me too. Gosh, I love division. Not as much as I love my children coming downstairs at 3:15 in the morning because they're woken up by thunder.
Oh my.
Super fun. First, my daughter shows up. She creeps over. I'm like, come on, Calvin, get in. And then my middle son comes in. No, Liam is my middle one. Henry's the oldest. He's 8. He doesn't fit. And then Andrew gets mad because there's no room for him. I'm like, dude, there's room to squeeze in. Anyway, can somebody help me out with 50? So we didn't sleep at all for like 2 hours. 50. Everyone was in a great mood this morning. 8.4. All right, and then
I had great sleep.
I'm jealous.
I love sleeping Marine.
Me too. I used to always, and then I had children, and now they wake up. It'll be that's not what I'm saying. It'll be like a very loud like dump truck at like 4:30 in the morning, like picking up garbage or something. And my daughter would be like, "Dad, was that thunder?" And I'm like, "No, it's a truck. You're good. Go back to bed." All right, so this is, let's see. It is so cute. Was it 83.6? Anyone confirm? Yeah, Emmanuel? Okay. What was that, Emmanuel?